Back on Inside Tennessee, I'm John Becker, your moderator, with our super panel recapping some of the highs and lows of this legislative session. Susan, you pointed out that we have just been in this volatile time, not only in the state of Tennessee, but locally and nationally. And John, you pulled a tweet that sort of symbolizes the state of the back and forth we're seeing online.
Yeah, think of me as a PR consultant, and I'm looking at this, and it's tweeted this week.
We have enough in Knoxville. Thank you.
Not as good as you.
Susan
but
would like a cap on those, yes.
TN House Republicans, their Twitter account, which we must assume represents the Tennessee House Republicans, some amount of them, tweeted this week. Keep in mind that two of the three people who were on the griddle, the two members who were expelled, were young black men, but the House caucused a couple weeks ago. We heard the private conversations, and they were extremely offended, they said, that anybody would try to say that was a racist move. Never mind the visuals. That's what they were angry about. Don't paint us as racist. Here's the tweet. We just appropriated $250,000 in our budget for the National Black Caucus of State Legislators annual conference to meet in Tennessee. And then whoever did this tweeted at Justin Jones and Justin Pearson and said they voted against it. They care more about being antagonists than being statesmen. And I'm just like, you know, you're just dragging this on, really. That's what you're doing. We don't know why they voted against it, if that's accurate. Maybe they wanted more money. I don't know. But the point is, you're just kind of, you keep doing this. Is that really that smart?
And we're doing that on both sides of the aisle, from Democrat to Republican. And
I'm not sure that's a fair equivalency, John, but you're the host, so I'm going to give it to you.
Well, I will say we're seeing that volatility go both directions.
Yeah,
in volume, there may be a difference.
I think what I said before is so true. We have, everyone can be a journalist now. Everyone has a voice. If you have a social media account, if you have a Twitter, if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, Snap, whatever you have, whatever you put out there can be taken as truth. And we saw that this week about the Speaker of the House of Representatives, a good man. And there were some, what I would call gutter bloggers, who put out some things about him that I think are not true. And suddenly it becomes fact. And there's no proof. And it's just the times we live in. I love my telephone. I love my fact that I can put pictures on Facebook. But guys, it's dangerous, and it's really a place where untruths can become truths.
Well, just a few weeks ago,
it cost Fox $787 million.
That's right, last week. That's right.
Just a few weeks ago, you said Speaker Sexton may be more powerful than Governor Bill Lee. Do you still think that's true, and does he keep his job next year?
Well, I don't know if he's currently more powerful than Governor Lee, because there's a lot going on. They're swirling around him. Newsweek had an article on Thursday that said there were 19,000 people that had signed a petition for him to resign. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll get through this if they go home, and we have some calm. But again, it's all of these untruths that have come out.
Less than a minute left. How about Speaker Sexton? How about Lieutenant Governor McNally?
I think Cameron Sexton's in trouble. I think he could possibly hold on to his seat. I would not be surprised if we see a change in Speaker. There are people on the Republican side that are always biting at each other's heels. It's like Susan said at the top of the show, they eat their young. Randy McNally, I'm going to be shocked if he comes back. He's had his problems. He's also aging, and to the point where he might want to go home anyway. I think we're going to see a turnover. I do think we're going to see a gain by Democrats. I'm sorry, but we're talking about some awful things being said, but very quickly, majority of Americans are for some form of abortion under circumstances, gun controls. They're pro-LGBTQ, and the Republicans are just killing them.